Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is only about 5:45 in the morning, so it's still pretty dark out here. My camera is actually adjusting and making it look a lot lighter than it is. But I'm headed out to do some feeding chores. And then I wanted to walk you around the garden and at least show you what I got done yesterday. I got a lot done. I did not film, and I intentionally did not film because I got really lucky. And both my kids took a nap at the same time yesterday. And they were both asleep for about 2 hours. So I took advantage and I just worked extremely hard and got as much done as I possibly could in those 2 hours. And I didn't want to stop and move the camera and do all of that and waste that time. So I'm gonna at least walk you around and show you what I got done. But first I've got to get these animals fed. Okay, feeding chores are done. And so yesterday morning, Miles went with Kyle to pick up the injectors for his truck. And while the boys did that, I loaded Miss Maggie up and we went to the grocery store. And then we went to the plant nursery. And I picked up a few things because I thought I had saved a couple of hanging baskets from last year. And I was going to make my own arrangements. Well, when I got home, I could not find those hanging baskets. I'll probably find them at some point, but I could not find them. And I wanted to go ahead and plant what I had purchased. So I just kind of threw some stuff in a few planters that had a little bit of space after I'd already planted some things. And then whatever was left, I threw in the front garden bed. And so I'm going to show you that really quick. Okay, so the purple spotted petunia and the red impatiens were already here, but I purchased that verbena, a pink petunia, and some pacopa, and they didn't fit in the planters on my patio, so I went ahead and planted them here. So this should fill out and be really nice. Theoretically, my dog likes to sleep back there sometimes. So we'll just have to see if any of this survives, because he will jump from the patio or from the front porch down into that spot. And he will do that on both sides, because on this side, he will jump off the patio, run through the garden bed and around to the side door when he hears us leave. So it's a wonder that any of this is surviving. I also picked up this spotted dead nettle. It does really well in shade, and I'm trying... This bed is primarily shaded all the time. It gets a little bit of indirect light, but it's mostly shade. So I'm trying to fill this with some perennials that love shade. So I went ahead and picked that up. And now I'll walk you around to the other side of the house where I put just a few things in some planters. So this is the planter, and pardon the mess, I am still working. But this is the planter that I built a few years ago. It's got a little solar light on top. I hang my hummingbird feeders. Typically, I hang a hanging basket on the other side of the hummingbird feeder, which was my plan, but again, I can't find it. And then down here, all of this is purple alyssum, and they had pink alyssum at the nursery. So I went ahead and picked a little 4-pack up of that, and I put 2 on each side. I started some nasturtium from seed, and so it's in there. And then I just love a Silver Falls dichondra, so I put that in there. And then one of the things, when I worked at the nursery, I fell in love with spurge. And so I picked up some spurge. Again, it was supposed to go in the hanging basket. I really love it in a hanging basket, but we'll see if it gets big and bushy there like it does in a basket. But it's just very light and airy, and it has these little itty bitty delicate white flowers, and I just love it. So I put that in there, and it has also got some alyssum, and I think I put daisies in there. I don't remember. We'll see. And this whole pot was just nothing but alyssum, but I cleared out the center and I put a beautiful hot pink geranium. I also start most of my herbs from seed, but I didn't have any sage or oregano that did well this year. So I picked up an oregano and a sage. And then over here, I also picked up a rosemary because I just can't seem to start rosemary from seed by myself. I don't know what I do wrong, but I went ahead and picked one up. So the really fun part, let's go out to the garden. This is primarily where I did all of my work yesterday, and you wouldn't think that this takes 2.5 hours, but it does. It most definitely does. These are 50-foot long rows, and I did 4 of them. I weeded them, which took forever. I raked all the weeds off, and it's kind of all in piles back there. You can see it. And then the only one I got planted yesterday was the cabbage row. I ran out of time. My kids started waking up. So I will plan on planting zucchini and eggplant in this one today. And this is going to be my melons where I will all of this is direct sown. I should say all of it started from seeds directly sown into the soil. But I did an entire row of cabbage. So that's 44 cabbages. There will be 44 eggplant, zucchini, and squashes. And then probably not 44 melons because that's a lot of melon plants, and melon plants take a lot of space. But I've never planted melons in this spot. But my thought is on this row, I'll have the melons and they can trail out. They've got 6 feet until those straw bales. So they can trail all the way out there. They should have plenty of space, assuming that I train them and they all go that direction. So we'll see if it actually works out that way. So today, I don't know how much I'm gonna get done. Tomorrow we're expecting some more rain. It's not supposed to be like storms like we've been having, but we've got like a 30% chance of rain, so it might or might not rain. So I'm trying to get a few more things done to make sure that if it is going to rain, I'd love to have some seeds in the ground so that they can get some of that rainwater. And I really just don't know how much I'm going to get done. I have a friend coming over at around 9 o'clock. She is also postpartum, and we are going to take a walk in the pasture and just enjoy each other's company. She loves dairy cows as well, so I'm going to introduce her to Dolly and just enjoy some time and fellowship. So after that, depending on how my kids behave for the day and if they will nap and cooperate with me, we'll get some work done out here. I want to get the zucchini and eggplant in, maybe the melons, and ideally on my arched trellis back here, I would like to get some cucumbers, and I'm planning on growing loofah gourd this year, and so we'll see if we can get that all started back there. I know I said I was challenging myself to vlogging every day for 100 days. I'm doing the best that I can, guys. It's really difficult. My husband is a row crop farmer, and it's spring and it's planting season, and we're gearing up to go into hay season, and so it's chaos around here. And then in addition to that, we do have the chickens, the cows, my garden, and of course the kids come first. And so I have to make sure that the kids are taken care of, the house is taken care of before I can do any of the other stuff. So it's really difficult to get work done sometimes, and you wouldn't think that for this video being as short as it is, that I spent all day doing that. But it took me all day yesterday to get all of that done. 2.5 hours solid while they were napping, and then just bits and bobs throughout the day as I could. So I'm sorry for the short video. I'll try and get that out here quickly this morning. It's not even 6:15 in the morning yet. My kids are still asleep. My husband is still asleep. So I'm going to go in, upload this, try and get it edited and out on the channel. And then I will try my best to film what I can today. But I don't exactly know how the day's going to go. So we will see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to go through this season with you. And make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out on future updates. Have a great day, guys.